going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns of Michigan, and today we are reshooting this video for the second time, as when I shot the original video, which showed barrel swapping, I forgot to turn the microphone on the camera, and we had no audio. So here we go, round two. So in this case, I'm not actually going to change the barrel, but I do want to show you what is going to come with your barrel kits, and that way you guys have an idea of what's going on. You are going to get a an end cap specific to your barrel. You're going to get a probe specific to the caliber, and then you're going to get a beautiful barrel. Depending upon which caliber will depend upon whether or not it is the RTI proprietary barrel. And this one actually says RPB, which I think is RTI proprietary barrel. This is in 25 caliber. That's what I removed from the gun to put the Lothar Walther 30 caliber in it. And I'm still going to walk you guys through how to do that, because that's the idea of this video. So first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself some kind of Allen or something to stick through the tip here of your barrel nut, and just simply break it loose. I tighten mine up pretty good. That way when I'm putting my LDCs on there, I don't, in fact, you know, when I go to unscrew it, it doesn't unscrew that barrel cap any more than it needs to be. The next thing I want to talk about before we get too far is the importance of using high quality tools. Now listen, I'm not saying that you have to go out and find the most expensive Allens and screwdrivers you can possibly find, but utilizing a good name brand is really a good idea, guys. So I use Eklind a lot. I love these things. These are the ball head ones. Generally, I try not to break things loose with a ball head, but they do also have just the standard head at the other end. So, you know, when I'm breaking something loose, I'm not using the ball head because these things can snap off, things like that. But, and I also use fix-it sticks. You know, you guys have seen my video on this. I love these tools. They're so well made, and they work so well, and they're so convenient to carry around in the pouch out in the field. So in order to get the barrel loose, I'm going to put a picture up here, one of these places. You're going to see that we're talking about the nut here in front of the breech itself. It's a 4mm. We're just going to simply remove this. Now, everybody's got their own opinion on, you know, you don't need to remove that. I remove it because I don't want anything happening. The next thing is if you don't have one of these and you're going to order a barrel kit from RTI, go ahead and invest in this barrel removal tool. It will make your life 100 times easier. Because right now all I've done is pulled that off. I pulled out that set screw. I simply insert this into the barrel shroud here, screw it onto the barrel, and pull my barrel right out of the gun. Connects right to the front. It's perfect. It works great. So just to give you guys an idea of how simple that is. Putting it back into the gun is just as simple. You simply, this is another thing. Not everybody does this. I personally like to cock the gun, engage the safety, so that way we don't have any, you know, mishaps, and then simply feed your barrel back down and just kind of wiggle until it lines up. I like to sometimes pull a little bit past just so I can see where my indent is, back my indent back out, so that it lines up vertically straight up and down right here, right? There's a transfer port side on the barrel here, and on the other side is a flat zone where this set screw will actually set in to the barrel and keep the barrel aligned with the transfer port. So just go ahead and get that back in there. There we go. Now she's threading. And then just go ahead and tighten it up. You'll notice that when you're tightening it, you'll kind of feel it kind of shift a little bit. And what that is it's that flat spot for the set screw on the barrel getting perfectly leveled out. So that's how we do that. And then you can just simply go ahead and remove the end of your barrel removal tool. Put your barrel cap back on, or your shroud cap, and then once again, I like to snug mine up pretty good. I mean, I don't like to freaking twist it till it's gonna break, but just enough so that when I pull off my LDC, it doesn't change. Now, next part is going to be swapping out our pellet probe, and what we're gonna do is this takes a 2mm Allen. There's gonna be a picture right up here. The gun does have to be cocked in order to get to this screw, and then simply just break it loose. This does not need to be removed. I just gave it a couple little turns here and there, kind of move that forward, reach in, kind of grab a hold of your probe, and just kind of work it out. I don't suggest using any tools in here to do this. Your fingers will work just fine. I don't like putting tools onto my probes just because, well, to be honest with you, I don't want to scratch it up, you know. I want it to be as smooth as possible. It does take just a little bit of finicking. Once you get it out a little bit more, it becomes easier and easier. And then here it comes. There you go. So there's our probe out of the gun. To put it back in, you simply just reverse the process, line it up, push it back in there. In this case, I like to kind of hold this forward a little bit, not closing it, but just holding it forward a little bit, and then push back on the probe, and you'll kind of hear it kind of like click positively into place. And then just go ahead and tighten this back up. Once again, not a lot of pressure is required, guys. You don't want to put so much pressure that you potentially damage your Allen head on your tool or the screw itself. Okay, that is definitely something that we do not want to have happen. Definitely don't do it with a ball head, because you can run into all kinds of problems. If you're really worried about that thing coming loose, the best thing you can do is go ahead and pick up some Loctite, some blue Loctite. Yes, I understand this is a red bottle, but it is actually blue Loctite. Loctite does it like that. Their blue bottles are actually red Loctite, and their red is actually blue. So that is how you swap out a barrel and change out the probe itself. I wish the first video would have recorded sound because, well, I just don't like doing things twice, but whatever. I will put a link to the tools that I use down in the description below, as well as a link to where you can go ahead and pick up yourself an RTI Prophet 2 if you're so inclined to do so. I can tell you that I love this gun so far. I personally have not had any issues with this gun, and seriously, even the Crawford and Lip Bag Rider, perfect. I love Crawford and Lip stuff. I really truly do. Made right here in the US of A, as well as the Accutac stuff. So links for all these can be found all over the place. With that being said, though, I'm Moose. This is Airguns of Michigan. Be good to each other. God bless, and safe shooting.